Grant Eckert trying to force his way through. He's held and thoroughly deserves A for effort after that. The quick hand pass to Morrell gives ground and then goes straight across the ground. Gribak is there, but he's going to have plenty of pressure on him. The tap forward could come unstuck as we see the ball taken forward by Bennett. Finally, it finishes up with Grantley Filkey about 30 metres out. He won't make a mistake, doesn't make the mistake, and West Torrens making the mistake across their back line. West Adelaide taking advantage of that with their 15th goal.
Yes, well, Morrell's paid the penalty. He chose to go straight across the ground towards Gribak, placed the ball awkwardly for him. Here we see Gribak push the ball forward, swooped upon by Bennett. Bennett to Morris. Morris will then give it to Grantley Filkey, who will convert for his second goal, and West Adelaide's 15th. West Adelaide leading comfortably 20 minutes into the last quarter, 15-12 to 10-7. A little bit of an altercation there between Amos and the West Adelaide player. Umpire went across, spoke to him, nothing really in it, ball down.
This time Eckert gets it to Amos. The quick hand pass off is good. Sani pushes the ball up forward, but look at those West Adelaide defenders. John Cantalaftis is first there, does it well to Randall Bennett. Out of trouble, up towards the wing, and this time it's Bennett who takes a kick, and we see a player down behind the play in the centre of the ground for Torrens. Towards the half-forward line, Morris underneath the drop of the ball. It hits the deck, and Stevens stretch with a long kick towards half-forward, and the good mark in defence has been taken by Michael Rennie. The quick hand pass off is good, finds Burgess to Hamilton to Burgess, and from the centre of the ground, West Adelaide way over half-forward. Cleverly tapped forward, Jeffrey Morris, the quick hand pass, two players to going for him. Craig Burton into the open goal, dobs his four through, and West Adelaide doing it on the bit at the moment at the 20.5-minute mark.
Tell you, that player that went down at the last ball up in the centre of the ground is still down. Here we see Burgess pushing the ball deep from the centre of the ground. Well, watch as Jeffrey Morris, number 11, takes it. He'll take the tackle on. A very good handball over to his mate, teammate Craig Burton. Just a little chip, converts for 4 points. His fourth, West Adelaide's 16th. And we go back to the centre of the ground where we see that player who, from the last bounce down, was, well, apparently knocked in the region of the head and hasn't really moved a great deal since then. Not quite sure who the player was, but obviously in a great deal of trouble, and he'll be stretchered off, and Carter will be the player to replace him, number 21.
Could be Grant Eckert, Bob.
Yes.
I think that's Walden that's come down from centre from full forward.
Just mentioning the better players whilst we're waiting. Luders with 8 goals is certainly amongst West Adelaide's best. Burton with his 4th, as we just saw. Winters played soundly. Craig Lamb has played well in the second half. Burgess and Morris. Let's have a look. There's the big fella. 38 in your screen was Grant Eckert, and it appears to me as probably he's injured himself as much when he fell to the ground as what he did when he went for the ball. For West Torrens, I think that Amos has probably been their best. Gribak, Roberts, Pavlik, Enright and Robson are their better players.
Play underway again, and West Adelaide with another opportunity, but Big Walden forces his way through. The handball is over to Carter, who's come onto the ground to replace the injured player. Carter tapping it forward, but 2 West Adelaide players there. Lamb, the tackle applied, but the umpire saying it's a push in the back. The crowd doesn't agree, but nevertheless it won't change the umpire's decision, and Clayton Lamb to relieve for West Adelaide on the half-back flank. Hamilton, the lead. Call is underway, but it goes across to Peter Winter. Peter Winter on the left foot towards Filkey. Burton it was. Burton trying to tap it on, but 3 West Torrens players there combined together to win the ball, and it's over now to a player there in Gayer. Gayer up towards the half-forward line. The West Adelaide players will take it away again through Dreyer. Dreyer across to the centre of the ground where Trevor Smith takes the mark. Goes to play on, slips over, recovers, gets the handball away, but puts his teammate under plenty of pressure. Randall Bennett, the kick off the ground up towards centre half-forward, but Gribak, the long handball over now to Crizzoli. He's under plenty of pressure too, but is going to force the ball along the ground. The umpire calls play on now, and West Torrens through stretch with an opportunity to get the ball right up forward. Gee, it's a long driving kick too, right up towards Carter at centre, the full forward spot. Matheson in with an opportunity. He's tackled. The handball over is back with Matheson now. That was Roberts that got the handball out. Matheson the kick towards goal, and I think he's put it through. He has his second goal and West Torrens 11-7. But I think, Bob, the damage is done, given that we're at the 23-minute mark of this final quarter.
Well, we've had 2 minutes of time on. We'll have a good 5 or 6 minutes, because we probably lost a minute or so when that player was taken from the ground injured. Here we see John Roberts attempting to possess the ball. He finally is able to gather it, handballs it to his former Woodville teammate in Matheson, converts for 4 points, taking Torrens' score to 11-7. They trail West 16-12, and we've had 2.5 minutes of time on.
Walden still in ruck for West Torrens. Trevor Smith, his opponent. Walden the tap down to Hank. Hank can't get boot to ball. West Adelaide players in there, including Hamilton, trying to work it clear. Players in over the top of the ball, and the umpire will move in and bounce. Walden, a big energetic player for West Torrens, played serviceably at full forward and is now working in ruck for them. Gets the tap away too, but a straight to a West Adelaide player in McKinnon. Out it goes to a teammate out wide, over across to Williams. Williams on to Filkey. Filkey onto the right foot will go up towards the leading looters. Over the top of the heads it goes, and meanders out of bounds in the full forward pocket area there. We'll see a throw in. And the ruckman to move outfield pretty quickly to get to this one. Thrown into the way. Graback and Williams. Williams the tap down. West Adelaide an opportunity again. Holding the ball, calls the crowd on Morris, but the umpire lets play on. Robson now over to Stretch. Stretch out towards the leading Kevin Hill, out towards centre wing. Hill in front, under the hammer though from the West Adelaide opponent there, Michael Rennie. Gets possession now, handballs away. Clayton Lamb with an opportunity, kicks it off the ground, and so the ball goes out of play at centre wing at the 25-minute mark of this final quarter.
Time certainly run out for West Torrens, and West Adelaide will have enjoyed their return to form. Darryl Warden couldn't quite get it, but the hand pass across to Paul Pisani. Carter can't get it clear as Stephen Gaia. He's quickly tackled, and West Adelaide have tightened up their tackling as the game's gone along and made it very hard for the West Torrens side. Almost a 6-goal break, all but 1 point for West Adelaide, and a big tap forward by Smith. Anton Greback with the high, wide and handsome handball, but Mark Dreyer almost covers the centre and then searches out wide. Randall Bennett is there. The pass up forward, but Anton Greback read it well and took them up.
Played soundly at centre-half back for Torrens.
Again out wide on the grandstand flank. Pisani, the hand pass to Morrell, surrendered to Lamb. And a chance for them to go forward now from Trevor Smith. Called play on. Craig Williams hooks it forward. This time it's Barry Pillmore with a long kick up half forward. Hill in front, but snatched by Michael Rennie. Didn't quite complete the mark, and there it is. Siren time in this Escort Cup clash between West Adelaide and West Torrens, seeing West Adelaide finally running out very good winners. 16 goals 12, 108 points to West Torrens, 11 goals 7, 73. We'll be back with host Max Stevens right after this break.
And good to see a win there to West Adelaide, the reigning premier in the day competition in South Australian football. Let's have a look now at the best players, and firstly for Torrens, Richard Amos, John Roberts, Robert Enright and Darryl Warden. As we go across to the Bloods, the best players there, our commentators thought Craig Burton, Tony Burgess, Randall Bennett and Roger Luders. Well, that's the way we saw the replay match, and shortly we'll be crossing out live to Norwood for the match, the Redlegs taking on the Bays. We'll be back in a moment.